Alright, so this is video number 3 from where I left off. I'm gonna add something additional to this. It's meant to help out the modeling process in a good way. So what I'm gonna do is, and this here, I'm gonna change this to panels, perspective, so same camera. Again, panels, perspective, same camera. Okay. If any of these are not the same viewport camera, all you gotta do is say panels, orthographic, and you choose. Right. So with the mesh selected, what I'm going to do is go into mesh and then smooth proxy. I'm going to tear it off. And what's going to happen from here is I'm going to go and smooth subdivision proxy, option box, edit, reset, again edit, reset. With the model selected, I'm going to go into setup, mirror behavior, none. Okay, that's good. Display setting, the shader, keep, and that's it. Hit smooth. I'm gonna look at the outliner, and this is what it made. This is the original. I'm gonna name it Geek Vape Low Poly. This one is the copy that was just made. I'm gonna name it smooth proxy. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work on the actual mesh in this window, right? So I have my Geek Vape Low Poly selected, and also in here the Geek Vape Smooth Proxy is also in here. But what I'm going to do is select the low poly and do a control 1. That does a isolate select, and we can toggle out of it by doing control 1 again, and then control 1 like that. Okay, that's the low poly. I'm gonna grab the smooth proxy, and then here this one's gonna have the high polygon proxy. Control 1 in here. There you go. But it's not done just yet. With this selected, that is the smooth proxy. In here, I'm gonna set the X continuity to 0, exponential level to 0. Yeah. Okay, so exponential is 0, only that. So this and this, they look the same, but there's a difference. Now obviously because I changed it to 0 for the smooth proxy. I'm gonna, in the smooth proxy, I'm gonna press 3 for the smooth proxy. While this is my low poly, I'm gonna leave it as the low poly variant. Now the other super important thing is to grab the smooth proxy and And then here I need to make a display layer for it. Clicking on that while this is still selected, the smooth proxy. Double click it, underscore smooth proxy mesh, save, and then immediately set it to reference, because I don't want to manipulate the proxy. I only want to manipulate the low poly mesh. Okay. The other thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select the camera. So it's this and this, the same camera. We'll go to the attributes. And then I'm gonna change the focal length to 90 degrees. What that does is that right now I have set up like this, and it helps to minimize the distortion caused by the camera, right? Like the lens distortion. You start to get a fisheye lens. So setting this to 90 helps to prevent it a lot. Just truly see the image without any distortion. Alright. So that's set up. Control Shift S. Say this as 05. Alright. This one I'll do Alt 5 so I don't see it. The smooth proxy, I forgot to press 3. There. That one I forgot to press 3. But it is set to reference, so I cannot grab it. And here, space. Okay. I'm gonna hide the grid. Then I'm gonna just right click vertex mode. I'm gonna grab probably like start off with these. Press object X symmetry for the front, and then I'm gonna just pull. Press 4, spacebar. This is the low poly. This right here. See? Gonna grab this, and then this is the high poly behind. And one thing I'm gonna do is grab the high poly from here. No, I'm gonna grab the low poly. And then I'm also gonna grab the front image, holding control. So I select the low poly. I hold down control. I also grab the front image like that. Within here, my front, I'm gonna press Control 1. There. And this one, same thing. I'm gonna grab the low poly. I'm gonna grab the side image by holding Control. And I'm gonna do Control 1. So I only see that. Alright. Here, press 3. Right click, vertex mode. Grab that. And I'm just gonna pull. I'm gonna grab this. Object X is on. So I get that nice hamburger, nice roundness. And then I'll grab those two, pull it out like so. So what I'm looking at is the spacing, because proper spacing allows for the mesh so that when it bends, it'll help to prevent just a whole bunch of ugly looking results when you have the spacing nice and even. not too tight. Because if you have faces too close like this, right? If I press 3, right click like that, see what happens? When Alt 5, see, when lines are too close, it starts to cause creasing. That's why having them spaced apart nicely just makes for better control. Alright, so that's done. I'll just grab that edge, pull that up a bit. And then that looks locky, so I'm trying to see what I can manipulate. I need to grab these. Okay, so I grab both sides. Object X. Maybe I'll press R, and then I want to just make this more round. I'll pull on this. There. Before, after. Before, after. Here, grab that, and then shift select that, press R, pull like that, before, after, pulling on that. Okay, Control Shift S, see this as 06. I see these. I think I want to try to see what happens with those selected. I'm gonna just pull up a bit. So, before, after, before, after. Okay. Now, so you'll also notice these right here, surface planes. What I'm going to do is, right here, see this, right, and then that is corresponding with that. And then so it goes in like that. Press R. Just pull up. See the shading before, after, like that. Before, after, before, after, before, after. And then I also noticed this. This how it goes like that. I'm gonna grab this side as well. Where's my, okay, you can see it here. I'm gonna just fluff it up. Before, after, click outside, want to grab, say for example, this. So in here, grab both like that. Both sides, good. I'm gonna pull up a bit, and I'm gonna pull in a bit, like so. I'm gonna grab from the top, grab this, that, good. Which is also, I believe, this one. Yeah. So this and this. Okay. I'm looking from the back. I pull in, looking from the back before. Like that. Before, after. Oh, look at that. It's coming along. Nice and round. Control Shift S. 7. Select that. Shift select like that. So this is going like that. So I kind of don't like this. Press R. I just know out of experience that when it kind of curls like this, it can make things look kind of funky. I'm gonna pull on that. So before, after, before, after. Alright. Vertex mode, I'm gonna grab these perhaps. And then pull out this way a bit. So before, after. Good. Alright. Control Shift S. 8. From there, so this part right here is can be a real freaking headache, but I already done it, so I'm gonna try to guide to the best that I can. So this is the midline, but you notice that the vape, this section will pass the midline, so there's some juggling that needs to be done. Oh god. Edge mode, vertex mode. So from what I remember, probably yeah, I'm gonna pull before, after. Again, if we look at from the higher poly, before, after, before, after. Reason why I'm widening this area up is because I need to have real estate, in order to extrude out this nozzle. So, click outside, I'm gonna grab this. I'm gonna make sure to grab the corresponding from the front. That means I selected here and here. I'm gonna pull like so, make it wider. So before, after, before, after, before, after. And then I'm gonna click on this, and here, drag select like that. I'm gonna just pull. Before, after. Alright, not too bad. Control Shift S 9. So that's freaking 21 minutes already. I think I'm gonna leave it here like this for now. I need to take it like slow and steady, because this thing is a tricky little fucker. It can be challenging. So, you know, I don't want to shortchange the student. That's why I'm trying to take it nice and steady. Yeah. So the next one is gonna be the next video. Blah blah blah. Bye.